Hello everyone, welcome to Alpha Gorilla's SAT2 Math2C time practice test course. Okay, I'm Stephen Choi, and let's start with task number 5 today. Let's start with number 1. Number 1. If f and x function is x squared plus 1, then what is the value of f value when you put 2? Okay, you can simply put 2 here. 2 squared is 4, plus 1 is 5, therefore the answer should be C, 5. This was probably the easiest question. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 2. In the expression s and t function, okay, s and t represents salary and the t represents number of hours of labor. If a worker works for 7 hours, what is the salary of the worker? Okay, so you can simply put 7 in place of t, and if you do that, 60 plus 25 times 2, you put 7 in place of t, so minus 2, you will get $310. So the answer should be the $310. Okay, fairly easy questions. Let's move on to number 3. Number 3, the greatest common divisor of 144, 216, and 360 is. So we are looking for the greatest common divisor, GCD. Right? How do you find this? Let's first look at the 144. It is 2 to the 4th times 3 to the 2nd. If you express this as a smallest factors, and for the 216, it is 2 to the 3rd power times 3 to the 3rd, right? Right. What about 360? It is 2 to the 3rd times 3 to the 2nd times 5. Therefore, the greatest common divisor is 2 to the 3rd times 3 to the 2nd. Right? Which is 72. Therefore, the greatest common divisor in this case should be 72. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Number 4. What is the frequency of y is equal to absolute value of sine? Okay, you can either put this in your calculator and graph this out and figure out what the frequency is, or you can use the formula, right? In the case y is equal to a times sine bx plus c, the frequency of this kind of function, if it's sine or cosine, it's either cosine or sine, then the frequency is 2 pi over absolute value of b. If you remember this, you will easily find this. But in this case, it is the absolute value of sine, right? So, if the normal sine graph looks like this, then the absolute value of sine graph will look like this. And we can see that the frequency has decreased by half, right? The frequency has decreased by half. So what was the frequency for the sine function? For the sine x function, we know that it is 2 pi over whatever value of b. In this case, it is 1. So the sine x, frequency of the sine x was 2 pi. But as we can see, the absolute value of sine, the frequency has decreased by half. Therefore, the frequency for absolute value of sine function should be pi. Right? So the answer should be C, pi. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Number 5. L1 and L2 are linear functions. Okay, and L1 is minus bx plus L, and the L2 is y is equal to minus bx minus L. So, which of the following statement is true? We've done the similar problem, actually the same problem in the practice set number 4. And here again, we see this kind of problem. Let me rewrite this. Y is equal to minus